Okay. I sleep,
Oh.
though.
I'm looking forward to actually sleeping in a bed for the first time in like a month.
I'm gonna need a shelf soon with all these figurines. Holy crap.
I'm glad you get to sleep in an
Great.
actual bed then.
It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. All right, so at the start here, why don't we're gonna go from the top. So as we are in voice, so why don't you introduce everyone to who is Aska, where Aska currently is, and go ahead, Beth.
Aska is a seemingly human girl of about 14 years old. She's got black hair with red streaks going through it, and she's tiny. She's only about 4.5 foot tall. And at the moment, she is doing the whole angsty teenager thing, looking out over the water at the docks.
All right, so angsty teenager. So who is Clay?
Clay is a Dantes, which is, for those of you who don't know, a half orc, half elf. They're quite rare. They're quite They don't really have a lot of favour with any race. They're pretty much outcast through and through. He's a blacksmith barbarian, and yeah, he's currently trying to calm down. He's just gone to bed after punching Spartans, who is playing.
Spartans, that'd be your cue. Josh actually segued for me.
I segued beautifully.
Yeah, it was. I didn't
Good
even need to like unmute myself. Josh just did all the work for me there, and
I'm
no,
a professional, Sev. Okay.
Like epic.
I've heard that before.
Hi, my name is Elliot, and yeah, I got punched in the face and kicked out of the tavern and whatnot. And I play a half elf ranger. So that happened, and I'm currently on the floor outside in front of the door, being talked to by Ileana, who just asked me what did I do.
And I'm Ileana. She's a half elf with black hair and green eyes, and she's about 22 years old, 5'7", and she wears a robe that has lots of patches of different shapes and sizes on it. And she's currently looking down at Elliot.
One point of clarification. Actually, Clay did not punch Elliot in the face, Spartans. He punched you in the throat and then threw you out on your ass.
Yeah, I punched you in the throat.
Punched me in the throat.
Yes. So you couldn't speak. He's learned. Clay has evolved as a character in his Elliot beating. So we do have one other player joining us today, but you don't get an introduction at the beginning because you're not there yet. So why don't we go to obviously the scene that's set up. Elliot, you just been tossed out on your ass by Clay. You're looking up as Tenon has his arm around Ileana, asking her if she wants to go in and get a drink, and you're looking. He's looking up at you, Ileana. So you can take it away.
Am I able to speak?
Yeah, it takes a moment. By the time you get punched in the throat, then thrown on your ass, you eventually get your breath back.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
What did you do?
Well, I mean, I hit on a woman Clay was hitting on, and after he left with Aska, and I honestly thought, he was trying. I honestly was trying to find like a special girl, and I mean, I mess things up all the time, and it's kind of obvious. As much as I like joking, I want to have kids on my own, continuing the family name, but essentially, yeah, he punched me in the throat, and now I'm here.
Well, I suppose you could have gone about it a bit better.
I'm not good with people, okay? I'm all about the forest and the greenbacks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go greenbacks.
I I can see that.
And I kind of like get up, brush myself off after a while. Like look at her, then look at Tenon, and just be like, I'm gonna go for a while.
Are you okay?
Oh, I will be. I just gotta think a lot about stuff. I'll see you later. And I walk out of the town and go to towards
Into
the
the
forest.
forest.
Into the forest.
If I see him going toward the forest, be careful.
Just keep walking.
Okay. So, Eliana, you're sitting there, and Denon's got his arm around you. So, shall we have a drink?
Sure.
Okay. So, Tenon takes Eliana inside. As we go, I guess we'll segue to Clay in his room. You just passing out, Josh? Is Clay doing anything?
Clay's a very angry individual, and yeah, he's not particularly happy with everything that just happened, and is probably going to he probably sits down, then lays down, and stands up, then paces, and he's just like, I'm not gonna get any sleep tonight, so he's gonna head off towards he's gonna head into the forest as well.
Okay.
So he's gonna go up to his room, but I'm going to bed, and then
yeah.
not.
I know what you guys are setting up, so that's fine. That being said, we then transition down to the I think you said the pier, correct? You're sitting at like the little docks down at the end.
Yeah, the docks. Somewhere with water.
Yes, there's plenty of water around you.
Good.
So what is Ask exactly doing?
She's got her hood pulled up around her. She's probably leaning against a fence post or something with her legs dangling over the edge towards the water. Just moodily looking out over the water, thinking quietly to herself.
All right, are you trying to be hidden?
I'm not trying to be hidden, but I don't particularly want to be noticed, if that makes sense.
Okay. Give me a stealth roll disadvantage since you're not like hiding. 11. Okay. So Huggles, why don't you introduce? We'll introduce your character. Yeah, introduce your character right now. We're gonna send you the loving and warm to a strangest person.
Greytook is a halfling druid. She's kind of 4 foot. She wears a long brown coat, but it kind of drags on the floor because it's a little bit. It's like made for like a human, so it's a little bit long for her. Kind of fiery orange red hair, kind of down to her shoulders. Sort of thing. And
so
I
as
presume that.
yeah, as you're coming in, what circle are you as your druid?
Grasslands.
Grasslands, a circle of land. Okay. You kind of walk up and you see this one seemingly young girl sitting on the pier, dangling her. And mind you, it's probably close to 11 at night. And even being a druid, you probably are you comfortable in town? Like, do you go into towns now and then? Like, what is your?
She'll go into towns now and then, but she wouldn't ordinarily stay in a town.
Mm-hmm.
She'll probably come in, get what she needs, and then kind of go.
So yeah, she probably still knows that late at night, young girl piers alone, probably not the safest position for her, for what she appears to be.
Yeah. So, I mean, in this side of the world, she also probably tries to pass herself off as a child a lot as well.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she'll kind of wander up and sit next to her. So, what you doing?
Sitting here.
Apparently so am I.
That's cool. You would. She looks human. She is human, apparently. She's tiny. She's 4.5 foot tall, so she's only about 6 inches taller than you, and you're a bloody halfling. But yeah, she kind of, as you sit down, she kind of pulls her cloak tighter around her face, and she's like, "What do you want?"
It's not always wise to sit out in places like this time of night. Is there somewhere you can stay?
Oh, I've got a room. I'm not staying here. I'm just getting some air.
Is there places you can get a room around here? 'Cause I'm new.
Sev, what's the name of the tavern called? It's the Something Fox, isn't it?
It is the Something Fox.
I can't remember what the something is.
Hold on. Let's see if I actually updated this.
Wasn't it like the Feisty Fox or something?
The Young Fox Inn. I have it.
There
in
you
my
go.
notes.
The what Fox Inn?
Young Fox Inn.
The Young Fox Inn. Thank you for having
Yeah, it's
notes,
really
because
ironic, wasn't it?
I legitimately just walked through the door to get the stream started. So, yeah, someone did their homework. Thank you, Firefly. You know what?
You're welcome.
You have inspiration on your
Oh,
whatever role you want this session.
oh, thank you.
But yeah, I kind of turned to the halfling and was like, there's the Young Fox Inn. That's where I'm staying.
Oh, I'm not very good in towns.
Me neither.
Could you show me? Get lost, like, really easily.
She kind of takes a deep breath and she, if she didn't have a hood up, you'd see her roll her eyes. In the whole, I was just trying to get some peace, seriously,
I know you
kind of
were.
way. And she swears silently to the GM as she stands and yes, follow me, and walks back to the.
So as
inn.
Aska's
Not-
walking
She doesn't
back.
look to see if she's being followed by the halfling or not. She's just walking.
Okay, so make me a dexterity saving throw.
For God's sake.
Just her. She rolled her eyes at the DM.
Swearing at the DM, actually.
Swearing. Yeah, a loose pebble, just as you're swearing at the DM, a loose pebble just falls off of a rooftop and lands square on the top of your head. You don't take any damage. Just
Good.
just simply the cursing under the breath. The
Get a-
divine-
I said silently, not even under
silent.
breath.
Fine. You still get hit.
It's fine.
Ellie be laughing somewhere, like off in the distance.
Elliot also gets hit by an acorn out of nowhere.
Oh fuck!
That being said, you walk back in. Eventually, you guys reach the Young Fox Inn. As you open up the door, Ileana, you're probably still getting drunk. Are you drinking to get drunk? Are you keeping up
No.
with your associate, or are you like trying to slow play it?
What does slow play mean?
Okay, give me one concept.
Okay.
Are you drinking ale or water?
No, are you drinking to get drunk?
Well,
Or
she's
are
getting.
you keeping up with Tenin? Or are
We should-
you just trying to play it slow and see
Golden
what
Ale.
happens?
So
The second one you said.
So you were trying to play it slow, but everything tonight's just got you a little. You're woozy, but you're not, unable to act or anything. Like you're feeling really good right now. As Aska walks in, followed by a short halfling you've never seen before, who's not that much shorter than Aska.
Hi, Aska. New friend.
Yeah, something like that. Go speak to the. I turn to the halflings, like, ask the barman about rooms.
Ah, thank you.
I look at Aska. Or no, I don't look at Aska because I am Aska. I looked at Ileana. I look at myself. I don't know. I look at Ileana and notice that she's probably had a little bit to drink with Tenin.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like, really? I look between the two. I was like, that was me
He
thinking
just
you were a good girl.
smiles. He just coyly smiles through the fourth wall. But so, are you going? What is Asuka doing? She's going to her room.
Yeah, she's gonna knock on the door and see if she can find Clay. Knock on Clay's door.
Yeah, knocks on Clay's door. You don't hear anything. Are you trying to like break in, or because I would say assume it's
No, I'm
locked.
just gonna knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock. You wait a little while. Nothing. No one answers the door.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna go to her room, but she's not gonna go to sleep. She's gonna, what I say is, her room's kind of like the one opposite Clay's,
Sure.
and she's just gonna wait for Clay to get back
The door open or closed?
in her room. So, door closed, but kind of keeping an
Yeah, I
ear
gotcha.
out.
Okay. So, you walked. Do you remember do you have the bartender's name? Firefly. Knowing you probably do.
I don't think we were given the bartender's name, were we?
I do not have it. If we were,
Okay. Well, the bartender, we'll refer to as bartender in case I gave him a name before. Looks at you. There, Gray.
Evening!
What can I do for you?
Can I get a room, please?
Looks down. Looks at you for a second. Due to your height. Oh, you're half. Do you want a full-size room?
Depends. What other size rooms do you have?
We have bigger rooms, and then we have full size. We don't have halfling size. Though there's a doghouse out back if you want to sleep in it. Haven't had that dog in years.
She glares at a little bit.
He's got a big smile when he says it. Like you get it. You get it that it's a joyful ribbing, less than like something malicious. And then do you actually look in the direction he pointed?
I think she does.
Okay, you see the dog sitting there and giving him the stink eye back, as he's got a key. So full size room then. He's got a
Sure.
big smile on his face. Yeah, he takes it. You mark off. I think it's 3 gold off your sheet. Just he hands you the key. You're actually in. As you're going to bed, are you staying and talking? What do you want to do?
I think she'll stay. She'll grab glass for like a half ale.
Yeah, you still get the full size mug. He just pours half in it and puts it in front of you. It's the size of your torso, more or less.
And then she'll turn to the others and I guess she'll look at Ten and go, "Oh, you're different." And then she'll kind of say hi to Eliana as well.
hello. Would you like to join us?
Oh, so you guys been here long?
No, we just arrived earlier today.
We were guarding a caravan together, and Liana and I are having a nice drink.
Oh, so there's work we have around here?
If you're skilled.
Skilled in many things, I guess, but I guess it depends on the work, I suppose. So,
Well,
interesting though.
me and my brother are currently guarding a different merchant on the same caravan, but I don't know what. Liana, what is your group? How are they operating?
We're operating much the same as you. We were guarding Eric. We were headed to the human capital, I believe.
And then she'll try and drink some of her drink, but it's probably a bit big, so she probably spills half of it down the top.
Probably, yeah. Just not quite used to the full size mugs. One day you'll be fine. So you guys
To
start
practice.
talking around, having drinks. I guess we have to do Clay first in the woods. So Clay, what are you
I mean,
up
we
to?
can.
Well, I mean, in order for the continuity to work out, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
So Clay, you're walking through the woods. Are you looking to hunt, or are you just
No,
there?
no. Clay is he's just got a lot of conflicting emotions. Like he's had a bit of a stressful day, and he's just a bit agitated, a bit worn out, a bit tired. You could say he's spoiling for a fight. But I mean that's why he's come out here into the woods, because you're not going to run into anything in the woods. It's peaceful.
Because woods are not dangerous at all. I mean, as long as you understand that woods are completely fine, you'll never ever have any trouble, right? So that being
Pretty
said,
much.
Clay, I'm gonna go ahead and have you, just roll me a perception check as you're walking through the woods, ever so slightly.
Where? What?
Yeah, a perception check. So on a 16 perception, you hear rumbling through, like, just on the other side of these trees in this clearing that you've come into. So what do you do, Clay?
Clay will so he'll basically like unclip the clasp on his back that holds the great sword, and because obviously, like, I'm going for the realistic interpretation. If you can't actually like draw a straight sword from a great sword from a sheath on your
Which
back,
is fine, yeah, it's all flavor.
yeah,
One, it's impossible to do in real life, and two,
Yeah.
two, it's fantasy, so it always happens in every movie.
yeah, exactly. But he's gonna he unclasps like a buckle that just secures the blade by the handguard to sort of like just above his shoulder, and the blade sort of comes loose, and he's going to like sort of edge forward at a sort of fairly cautious pace.
I mean, you can, if you want to try and identify the noise before you get there, you can. It'll be a nature check. I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that definitely. So nature is
Hey, not a huge high challenge. On a 21, you know this
fucking
is
nat
exactly
21.
you know this is exactly a mother brown bear with a cub trying to protect her cub, and she doesn't like you because you're not 20'd.
Congrats.
I mean,
To know that it was a bear,
Is
all
she-
you
is
need
she
to roll
just-
is an 11. She's moving towards you. You hear it.
Is she? Yeah, is she salty because I rolled on that 20? She's just like,
No, she's
fucking
not
tell.
salty because you rolled a nat 20. I just gave you all the information because you rolled
Okay,
a nat 20.
Um,
I have no problem
yeah.
because we all knew what was happening.
So basically, like, I think Clay will Clay steps forward. He knows that it's a bear, but he's just curious to like what's agitated it. He steps around, like, sees the bear like defensively sheltering the cub.
As you come around, you see the cub actually runs off into the woods, and like just immediately on both rear legs has its claws out, and you knowing you're a totem of the bear barbarian, correct?
I'm about to be,
Well, you're level 3 now, so yes.
indeed.
You immediately know, just a gut feeling, like this is a fight. Like there's no doubt in your mind that this is about to be a fight. So on that, I will give you advantage on your initiative check.
Cool. So Clay like is still going to. He's gonna hold his action.
Yeah.
Because he's not trying to randomly kill a bear. But he's being attacked. So we'll just.
I'm just gonna roll a d20
Oh, my.
because
I don't have-
this. I nat 20 the initiative. This gets turned poorly for Clay if I'm gonna roll like this once I'm home. Your token's there, initiative. Remember, you do have advantage, so on your initiative, because you knew exactly what it was coming in.
Yeah. Give me one sec.
Okay, you are going to go first. Oh, I got you. So as you have the first act, and you're holding your action, or you're holding your turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold my action, but I will pop a rage.
Yeah, so you're popping a rage and holding your action as you keep rolling initiative somehow.
Sorry, that's because I've just clicked on it, and every time I press spacebar to talk, it rolls initiative. So I just clicked off it.
Gotcha. Let's see here. I want background noises because it's what I do. And I had nothing set up for this session because it's been 2 weeks. So, I should have had all the time in the world, but I didn't. So, immediately, she's going to charge. They have a 40-foot movement speed. So, yeah, she's going to get up to you. She's in your threat range, coming down. If you want to let go of your action now, it's up to you.
Yeah, makes sense to me. Like,
Okay. Yep, I'll let your attacks go off first then.
okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna straight up like try and greatsword into like this thing as hard as I can.
Of course. No, recklessly or no? Doesn't matter.
How about a nat 20?
Yeah. So that's only 27 points of damage. Yeah, you come through with this greatsword right into its gullet, and it just it stops, but it's on your sword. It looks at you. It like flexes its muscles as it's going to come in for its 2 attacks, because you only have 1 attack right now. I'm so used to
Indeed.
playing higher level. It's gonna mess with me that you still only have 1 attack for a little while. To hit 5 to hit. So 20 plus 5. A 20. Where's your armor class?
20 hits me.
Okay, 1d8 plus 4. So 10, so 5 points of damage, Clay. As it just bites into your shoulder as you're still trying to pull your greatsword out, as you look up and the claws are coming towards you, because it has multi-attack, an 18 versus your armor class.
It hits.
2d6 plus 4. So you're going to take another 4 points of damage as the claws just hit into your side as you pull your greatsword out, and it is your turn.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna try and finish it off. How like level with me? How wounded is it?
You can't see its bar. Hold on, I'll do that for you right now. It's that wounded.
Oh, that's
As you
pretty
can see,
wounded.
you nearly mortally wounded it off 1 strike.
In which case, I'm going to recklessly attack and how I fluff this is like I'll let it fall on me, but in exchange it's going to fall on my greatsword, and I'm going to like try and rip it through its throat. But yeah, it'll have advantage because it'll basically have pinned me in the next turn.
If it survives the next turn. So yeah, that's gonna kill it. So yeah, as you're pulling back and falling back as it's pinning down, you just manage to angle your greatsword right as it comes down to bite at you. It doesn't see the blade, and you slice through its neck, and the whole bear just goes limp on your body.
I'm like just laying there, like just so exhausted from that.
And it's
'Cause I'm
the
gonna come out of
jugular
my
as well. Like you're just getting covered in blood at this point.
Oh yeah. And Clay because obviously rage is like sort of massive amounts of adrenaline. Clay's just laughing, like he's just like, this is the funniest thing that has ever happened to Clay. It was like he can't record, and it's like all the adrenaline leaving his system is just making him like laugh hysterically. But he's gonna lay there for a bit, and then like once the bleeding stops, he's gonna try and like roll this thing off him, and he's got like a really vicious looking bite across his shoulder. It's like one of those wounds that it doesn't matter that it wasn't really that. It was sort of superficial. It looks like wicked as hell.
Yeah, it looks like how the hell you're walking
uh,
away. But to Clay, it's
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, it's it's superficial. And Clay is gonna like lean down and just be like, well, that's quite a set of teeth you have on you, or had on you. And he like looks to the bleeding shoulder and he's just like, I like that. And Clay is going to remove its teeth and its claws, and it's very like he's decided like like he doesn't know why, but he just like he admires the way the bear fought and has decided like he's just, you know what, I could really use some claws like that. So he's gonna basically fashion when he gets back a pair of knuckle dusters from the claws, like just spiked gauntlets. And he's gonna get the teeth and he's gonna make a necklace, maybe a set of dice out of them, that sort of thing. And yeah, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, give me 2 survival checks.
But he's taking. He
see
needs
how
a
well you
pelt.
get. You get 3, so you're gonna do 3 survival checks. First one's the bite, the teeth. Second one is the claws. Third one is the hide. $16, yeah, you get the teeth. You know, you don't crack any. You get all the ones that you want.
Oh yes.
You get all the claws. You get the entire. You take somehow with your greatsword. You just take it and you cut it.
Oh no, I have like what is essentially it's a short sword. But he wields it like a dagger, and it's just this huge like flaying knife that it's just terrifying to behold. And yeah, he's gonna go to town on this.
Yeah, he takes the entire thing. Do you want the meat as well? Because I mean, you're net 20. All right, so you basically go through leaving the skeleton of a bear, where this thing once was lying. It's just the skeleton at this point, and some internal organs. You take all the meat, and you take the entire hide, the claws, and the teeth.
And I remain absolutely like saturated. I'm just gonna like I actually feel better now. Maybe I don't need to walk after all. And then he's just gonna head back.
And he's gonna take 200 experience points with him. Because you soloed a bear.
Hate is gonna hate.
So, Elliot, this all happened about an hour ago. As you're in your stroll, what are you looking for as you're out in the woods?
Right now I'm probably just, thinking to myself, just taking a walk in the woods. Just like, because he likes the natural environment most of all besides cities. This is like his element, and one of his elements, I guess. And he's just, checking out the wildlife as it passes by and all that.
So, give me a perception check.
Perception, got it. 12. Ugh.
Yeah, you're out there for a few hours. You hear some owls, and some other sounds of the night as you walk by, and eventually you stumble upon what seems to be a new but complete skeleton of a bear.
I wonder what happened here. Laying down and
looks like a bear versus bear fight, surely.
Surely,
I just kneel down and check out the skeleton, see what happened.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh shit. Investigation 13.
You have no clue what happened. You know it died. And then give me one more perception check as you're checking this out.
16.
You hear like almost a whine coming from, as you look at the map, behind this tree over here.
I'm gonna slowly creep up to it and see what the whine is.
As you come up to it, you see a small cub sitting there looking at the skeleton. It's obviously distraught, but it is sitting there.
Oh. Hey there, little bud.
It's just looking at you and backs up it kind of just witnessed its mom get teared to pieces and then harvested pretty quickly.
I kind of want to, I guess, take out some rations I would have, and like kneel down really low and like hold it out to him. Like, it's okay, little bud. Not gonna hurt you,
Okay, give me an animal handling check at advantage.
bud. 20.
A 20, like, you put out, it takes, even it's still with the 20, it takes probably a good hour or two before it starts to just kind of move towards you.
Yeah.
Eventually it takes, some of the food, it allows you to kind of like touch around it. In order to make this your companion, it's going to take you the rest of the night just slowly bonding with this creature.
I'll stay with it underneath this tree, just like holding it and feeding it as much as possible, just trying to calm it down.
So that you take the night. I'm sorry, the cat just came back after us being away for a week, so my daughter's losing her shit.
Aww.
As Clay, you make it back to the town. Do you notice as you first entered, there was a few guards, not a lot. Even here, there's not a lot of city guard. They're oddly looking at you. Like, at first, like, their hands are on their weapons because you are drenched in blood. You are a half-orc, half-elf drenched in blood, covered head to toe. And then they see the bear pelt and they take their hands off their weapons and nod to you, almost as in respect, because it's a large bear that you killed. But still, like, the initial.
It's probably doubled up this pelt and is still slightly draggy.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, I nod. I understand.
Yeah.
I've got a job to do. I'm not gonna berate him for that.
So yeah, you walk into town. I mean, still it's late. It's probably 2 a.m. now. As you're coming back in, going out hunting, finding the bear, killing, coming back, with harvesting and everything. So as you get back, are you going right back to the tavern, or what are you doing? I mean, you are still currently completely drenched in blood.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna walk in. I need a beer, most importantly.
Yeah. So as you come in, like you swing the door open. Ileana, how late were you drinking? Were you planning on making a late night, or were you going up to the lavish room that Clay intimidated for you, and getting an early good night's rest after being on the road for like I believe it was 3 days? You guys were out roughing it.
Ileana would probably wait until at least most of the party's back before going to bed.
Okay, so yeah, are you still drinking that entire time as Tedden's trying to coax you to get drunker and drunker as he does?
No.
No, so you switched over to water like after the first one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he gets disappointed in it and takes some rum and some beer up to his room and goes to sleep then. As you're sitting at the bar alone, because I believe, Gray, you had already retired to your room as well?
Yes, I would have.
Okay.
That late at night.
So, Clay, you walk in and Clay opens the door. You see him. The first thing you immediately recognize, give me a perception check. Ileana.
Okay.
Hey, David. On 21, your first reaction is, holy shit, Clay's covered in blood. You can see the wound. You're not sure if it's his. You gauge it's not his own blood because he's walking. But then you immediately see a bear pelt and all this with him. So you automatically kind of put the pieces together quick enough in your head that Clay's not hurt. You get in a scuffle as you see the wound, but he obviously came out on top.
Okay. Hi, Clay. Good.
Clay nods. He's 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 a little bit sort of not out of breath. He just seems a little bit like unfocused, and he comes back in, and he walks over to the bar, and he's just like, beer.
Immediately, just a beer gets slammed in front of you, and the bartender, who we've called bartender because we probably gave him a name and don't remember it, in 2 weeks' absence, looks at you and just goes, successful night, huh?
Clay is about to go. Wait, no, like Clay starts to say, "You should see the other guy," and then realizes he's
He's carrying it.
So he sort of like looks the guy up and is just like, "I'll clean up any mess I made. Sorry."
He nods and looks over. There's a drunk person at the far end of the bar. Like his head, long gray hair, looks like what you would consider we know as a peasant. Sits there, tattered like robes. His head's down, hand on ale, and immediately he goes, "You don't mind magic, do you?" Looks to you, Clay.
Don't mind what?
You don't mind magic, do you? He basically asks if it's okay for him to have something cast on you.
Clay just looks at him like Clay's genuinely confused. He's just like, why would I have a problem with magic users?
Some people do. Looks to the end. He's like, Albert! So there's this literally, clean this man up. He just kind of looks over and casts prestidigitation on you. As all the blood gets wiped away. There. The bartender looks back at you. Goes, see? Mess is all cleaned. That's the only reason I give him drinks. He goes, that's the only reason he gets drinks around here. He has a drunk wizard.
I not nodding to the wizard in appreciation. I will then walk over to Ileana and just be like, "So, how was your night?"
It was good. Rather eventful for a night at the tavern, I suppose. How was your night?
Clay will just gesture to the bear and just say, "I decided to go for a peaceful walk. It didn't end so well. Well, I suppose it depends on your perspective."
I see that. Well for you, though, it seems. You're not hurt, are you?
Clay will pull his shirt open and there's quite a nasty basically Clay has a bear bite on his shoulder.
And then he's got claw marks up in his side as well.
Oh. Goodness. We could ask them if they have any bandages?
Clay just waves it away, gestures to the tankard of ale, and it's just like, "I have all I need."
Alright. Have you seen
Then
Elliot or
Clay,
Oscar?
yeah,
sorry.
Clay, yeah, no, sorry. Clay, well then, he's gonna ask two things. First of all, he says, did Elliot come back after I've removed him?"
No, he said he was going for a walk in the forest.
Clay frowns for a moment and says, "That's what he said? You didn't have to write it down?" Remind me to hit him harder next time. And Clay gives a smile.
Yeah, I'll smile back, I guess, and say,
Okay.
well, okay. But
And then Clay will just say, "So, that's about my night. Am I the first guy to be taking his top off in front of you, or did you and that other guy start to go somewhere?"
you mean Tennant? No, he wanted to come in for a drink, and I had to drink, and then he left upstairs. Oh, we met. Aska came in a little bit and brought this halfling in. Seemed nice. Think she got a room here too.
Clay just shrugs. He's just like, oh, more tiny people.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough awkward small talk for me tonight. And like Clay would just pick up like basically like a stomach lining full of like jangling teeth from this bear, nod to Ileana, and just say, if there's any problems with that bed, you find so much as a pea under the mattress, just let me know. And he winks, and then he's going to upstairs. He's pretty knackered, to be completely honest. Like, as much as he puts on a tough front, Clay's had a rough day.
Yeah.
Good night, Clay. Sleep well.
As Clay goes upstairs, give me a perception check there, Asuka.
I'd say give it to her advantage because Clay is not being subtle.
You're not being subtle, but it's also but was it 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, I got a 5 and a nat 1. So.
You know what? I think you fell asleep on the 5. You just passed out from waiting so long. And then we'll go to Clay. Clay, are you looking into Asuka's room? Are you just going to your?
Is there anything like the door is ajar or open?
It's not. It was said it was closed, just not locked.
It's closed but not locked.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, Clay will just briefly knock on the door, like quietly, because to be honest, if she's asleep, he doesn't particularly want to wake her.
Give me another perception check as I try to bail you out of your bad roll. Yeah, you hear the knock. You startle awake.
Yeah, basically, she's fallen asleep, leaning against the door.
Okay.
And as he knocks, you hear this little scream, and then this scrambling, and then a little bit quicker than you would expect, the door opens and a very bleary-eyed Asuka's looking at you.
I look at her and I'm just like, what exactly were you doing?
Waiting for you.
Uncomfortable Clay is uncomfortable.
I mean, it's like you guys don't know each other at all.
But yeah, she kind of looks at you for a second, and then she's like, I can't remember why. Then she rubbed her eyes. Oh, yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to get you into trouble earlier.
He's just like, to be honest, she started it, and I mean, she was only trying to defend her own. And I gave as good as I got. Well, I gave better than I got, and she's dead, so...
What?
Clay's entirely forgotten. Like, Clay's because like, you said her, and Clay's like, the mother bear, right, okay. I don't know how, it hasn't occurred to him right now that she couldn't possibly have found out. This is like, yes, she's dead, so...
You killed... What? I know Elliot was hitting on her and everything, but...
I jangle like the bag of bones, like, so for a second I don't hear the Elliot hitting. I'm just like, yeah, I've got most of her bones in there.
Asuka looks mortified. You killed her because Elliot was hitting on her. What?
Elliot hit on a bear? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. He's always going on about there's one time in the forest.
I was on about the girl downstairs, you idiot.
The girl down... Oh shit. And then Clay drops like the bag of bones like in your doorstep and runs downstairs to see if she's come back, which I presume she just wouldn't have.
No. However, you both hear a sigh of relief and the door close from the merchant's room as he heard you killed someone. And the nat 20 intimidation from last session is still active.
He knows all.
Asuka she's standing there, like hand like in her hair, looking at the stomach lining of bones. Just like, what the fuck? I've just woken up. This is not what I was expecting.
But you know, Clay.
I know.
Why is this so surprising?
Because you punched Elliot in the throat and kicked him out of the bar for it, for hitting on this woman. I was assuming you wouldn't forget her that quickly.
I just 1v1'd a mother brown bear. I apologise if other things are on my
Asuka
mind
doesn't
at the
know
moment.
this.
Well, that's not my fucking problem, is it? Maybe you should have asked how my day was properly.
So, yeah.
So does Clay come back and collect his bag?
Yeah, Clay comes back up, like, defeated and having lost the love of his life. Clay comes back up, and he, like, stands in the doorway and just says, she didn't come back.
I'm sorry. I can't help but feeling it was kind of my fault.
What did you do?
Well,
Clay
you
eyes
invited me up to your
suspiciously.
room.
He nods. Right. Oh. All right. Yes. I had considered she might misinterpret that.
And I suppose Elliot didn't really help, did he?
What else is new?
You look like you could use a drink.
You've got alcohol up here?
Who doesn't? And she motions for you to come in the room and sit at the table, and she pours a bag of Relos's wine out, or a bottle of Relos's wine out of her bag.
He looks like over his shoulder and is like knows he should go back to his own room. But I mean, wine. And he's half elf, and the elven part of him knows a good wine when he sees a good wine. So he's just like,
It's good elven wine.
that's it, Clay sold.
All right, are you guys drinking to get drunk, or are we?
Well, she only got one other bottle from Relos, so unless they go down and get more, probably not.
I think drunken sneaking into the bar with Asuka and Clay would be a really good scene. So I'm gonna
Yes.
absolutely try and get drunk. 'Cause
Try
I
and
just
get
want to see. I just wanna
All
see
right,
him
so you're just intentionally getting
convinced of
drunk.
being stealthy.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
guys, it hits you between the emotional stresses that Asuka's gone through in the last actual day, and Clay just
So
worn down. It hits you hard. However, you guys look as that last drip like lands on Clay's tongue, and you guys want more wine.
oh yeah, you know it. I
So
look at Asuka, I'm just like, this was not enough wine. It was a good start.
It never is. I think we should go and get more.
I'm ready for the main course if you are.
Yep. And she stands up and she straightens herself up. She's like, more wine, and walks downstairs.
okay,
Clay stands up, but it's not the sturdiest of steps. Like he stands up. He takes a moment to realise that yep, he's not gonna fall over.
all right. So as you guys are going, are you trying to like sneak down and steal the wine, or?
I think it's like he's trying. Yeah, it's not so much steal. Like the plan is, when you just have those drunken ideas, and like he turns to Asuka and he says, "Let's be very, very quiet. and maybe they won't notice us and judge us. We'll just leave the money behind the bar. I'm buying.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
And yeah.
So I need stealth rolls to see how quiet you guys are going now. See if you
I'll
wake up
tell you
Ileana.
I'm gonna tell you right
Disadvantage and everything.
now. No, Clay is not going to be stealthy. No matter how I
That's a
roll.
6 at disadvantage. Aska's not going to be stealthy either.
Clay, the reason, like, if I roll well, it will just be Clay is convinced he's being stealthy.
Okay. So roll anyways, because I want to see how convinced Clay is at this point.
I'd like to think like he's very convinced. I'd like to petition for advantage, despite the fact that everyone will see me.
Okay, so advantage on the roll. Clay believes he is super stealthy.
Need advantage.
However, with what he actually rolled was a 2. His actual stealth roll is a 2. He believes he is the shadow in his mind as he walks down the stairs. Aska, I need a dex save with disadvantage because of how bad stealthily he rolled. No damage is coming, just to see.
7.
A 7. Clay, as you are creeping, like, clutching the wall, sliding around the staircase, even though there's no cover, you watch Aska, like, tiptoe, and then face first slide down the stairs, just all the way to the bottom into the tavern.
As she hits the bottom, she kind of ducks and rolls and hides behind a chair.
Alright, give me acrobatics at disadvantage.
Clay sees this and nods
She
approvingly
attempts
because he knows
She
Aska's
thinks
the
she's
sneaky
pulled it
guy.
off.
Okay.
She thinks she's pulled it off.
Alright,
She's done the
so-
duck and roll. She's hiding. No one knows she's
You
there.
watch.
So
You watch, Clay, you watch as she tries to duck and roll, she just kind of slides and then jumps face first into a chair, knocking 3 of them over in the way. As she then lays there, thinking she's hidden behind the chairs. It's your move, Clay.
Clay takes his cue from her. He's gonna roll down the stairs.
Alright. Acrobatics at disadvantage. 13. You still hit every step on the way down, just not with your face.
Yeah. So
Are
Clay,
you
like-
also trying to dive behind cover?
No, so basically Clay's technique is he grabs, like, he's left his greatsword upstairs, and in fact he's left all his weapons but his knife upstairs, and he crouches, he grabs his ankles, he buries his face in his chest, and then he allows his weight to tip forward at the top of the stairs, and he arrives at the bottom of the stairs, and he's just a cannonball of motion.
Alright.
He ends up in cover. What it was before Clay hit it, he's not sure, but it covers him.
You know, I want an athletics roll at advantage for your cannonball.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
On a 15, what actually
Get right.
happens for Clay is he tucks and rolls. As he picks up momentum, there was a table, and there was 3 people sitting at the other table across from where Aska knocked out all the chairs. He takes the people, the table, the food out.
So,
He snaps the table in half as it covers him, and just beer, ale, and food covers him. The people are so shocked by this display, they don't even address the 2 of you. That's why you still think you're hidden. It is Aska's go.
so hold on. So Aska, like, you see Clay. See, it was that beautiful moment of like the people who just saw like Aska take a load of people out. They're just like laughing at the people opposite them, just like, ha, you just got hit by that person, and then Clay hits them, and they regret ever taking the mickey out of anyone. And
Yes.
Karma delivers Clay to them. But like when like the tablecloth comes to rest on Clay, it's just like it covers him, and now he has his camouflage, and he's just going to like he calls quite loudly over to Aska, like, because he's knocked the table over. He's just like, Aska.
Yeah.
Some bread rolls over here, and this bottle isn't fully spilled, and he just starts like swigging from someone else's bottle of something.
Aska's gonna kind of pull herself up on the bar, and obviously being only like 4.5 foot tall, it's probably just about as tall as she is. She pulls herself up and she's like, "Psst, Mr. Barman."
He's directly there. He's somehow you believe. Give me an insight roll at disadvantage. Because why not roll for things? Because a 6. You believe this is the most perceptive man in the world. Because the second you pulled, your eyes crest, his belly button's there, he's looking at you. You start to speak and he's already answering you.
How does he know?
I don't know. Mr. Barman, can we have some wine, please?
He looks down.
Please.
I'll make you a deal.
Yeah.
I'll bring up a bunch of bottles if you don't come downstairs again.
Yeah. Please pay him.
He looks.
Clay,
You pay me in the morning. We'll settle it all. He
stands
grabs
up.
a rack of wine and starts walking upstairs.
Clay stands up and he's like entirely under a sheet. He looks like he's wearing a bad Halloween ghost costume, and you just hear this huge 7 foot tall sort of shape under the cloth just says, "But we were never here." And then he tries to run up the stairs and immediately collapses.
Yeah, he catches his foot on the sheet, which is like caught on like the straps of his bag, and he goes face first into the stairs. Are you commando crawling up now?
He's gonna try and like flare it out. So he's like, "We got down by rolling. We'll just return by rolling." So he like tries to roll up the stairs, and by the time Aska gets to the stairs, Clay is lying upside down. He's made it about 3 steps up, and he's just like there, half tangled in a bench in like this tablecloth, and he's still got this bottle of wine in his hand, but now he's upside down. And all the wine is just pouring out down the stairs, and he's just like, "I got this."
Clay, he's bringing us lots of wine.
Of
It's
course,
the good elven stuff.
I like elves.
Me too. Let's go drink more.
Me too. And he stands up and like he will just pick Aska up entirely and carry her upstairs. He's just
Yeah.
like, "Come on."
Me.
You guys. It takes you like the better part of another hour to get upstairs from stair number 3 as you're trying to carry. Like it is a sight to behold if anyone in the party was awake. Actually, you know what? Ileana and Huggles, roll me perception checks at advantage. They made a lot of fucking noise.
No, we were the stealthiest of stealthy people.
In your mind, you were. Ileana, you hear a
Yeah.
ruckus going on downstairs.
Hold on, real quick.
Same with Huggles.
Who made a lot of noise?
The two of you in real life.
We were never there.
Yeah, we weren't there.
The
Racist.
two of you come down as you see.
You can't see me.
You come down at the beginning, and like they look at you and like you can't. We were never here. You can't see us as they're drunk beyond belief, covered in filth and wine and stale ale and bits of table and chair in their hair as they're moving their way up. As you guys stand at the top, the bartender just looks to you guys and goes, "We'll settle it in the morning. Just they have wine in the room. They'll drink till they pass out. Go to bed. It's fine. We'll handle it in the morning." Do you guys go to bed then? As they let you go up to get drunk until they pass out?
Can I go down and find that wizard that was drunk and see if he'll prestidigitation them?
You can attempt it.
Would like to. Or
Nice.
at least they're not covered in everything.
So they're making their way up. The wizard is there. Give me a persuasion roll at disadvantage because there's a lot of mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks to you and goes, "No, actually, tomorrow morning you can clean all this up." He stands up, drunk, and stumbles out of the bar.
That's fair. Good night, sir.
he bids you good night. As both Aska and Clay, you return to your room. There's lots of ale and lots of wine. As are you pretty much drinking until you pass out?
Clay drinks until Aska passes out.
Okay, so con saves then.
Aska is probably at some point during the night going to end up dropping the K-bomb.
Okay,
The fuck is the K-bomb?
so why don't you just RP that out before you pass out? Because it's kind of a bomb that needs to be
it's
dropped.
a big deal. Aska's still trying to be all stealthy and stuff, so she's whispering, or she thinks she's whispering.
Yeah, you guys are yelling
She's
in the
like-
room at each other.
Yeah. She's like, Clay,
Who?
you.
Me.
Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Can I tell you something?
No. Yeah,
You meant to say yes. Clay,
yes.
can I
Okay.
tell you something?
What?
Can I tell you something? Or show you something? I don't know.
Can you show me something?
And tell you something?
Okay.
You know that talk we had the other day?
Oh god, yes.
You do remember?
Yes.
You don't, do
He
you?
doesn't say it with much conviction.
You don't remember, do you?
You realise you've just convinced Clay that you're about to say that you are in love with him and possibly take your clothes off. You're like, I need to show you something. I need to tell you something. You know that talk we had the other day, and Clay's just like, oh god, I'm actually drunk enough for this.
Well,
I love Bogus laughing there. Thank you.
well, you said that there was something different about me, and that you couldn't quite figure out what it was, and I wouldn't tell you, but and she closes her eyes and she clenches her fists together, and her form kind of begins to shimmer.
Clay's just like, oh god, she's gonna shit herself.
And in where Aska was previously standing stands a humanoid fox.
What does it say?
I hate you right now.
Clay's just like, huh. And then he passes out.
What does it say? Oh my god. I like how you
And
said
yeah,
it.
Aska's gonna go
Aska goes face
fuck
and Aska goes face
down
back
the rest of her drink
and face
and
down.
pass out kind of over Clay in fox form.
Okay.
Yay.
Actually drunk for this.
So,
Roll drunk.
oh, you don't have to roll junk. We'll
Nat 20.
we'll roll in the morning. Don't you worry. That being said, Clay and Aska don't exactly get a good night's rest, so you guys can work a point of exhaustion on your sheets. And so the next morning comes. Ileana, you're probably first to wake up. As
Yeah.
as you look, give me a perception check as you're walking down the hallway. You notice what seems to be a large wine stain coming from Aska's room. Clay's door is still ajar.
Yeah, Clay never shut his door.
Yeah, his door is completely ajar, and if you peek in, you don't see Clay inside his room.
Well, Clay's not in there, and there's a large wine stain, so I'll go and try the door and Asuka's room.
Yeah, you probably give it a tug. It's locked. She's paranoid enough and still drunk with her secret that she would still lock the door. You heading downstairs?
Do you knock on the door?
Or do you knock? What do you do?
I'll knock once, I guess.
Okay. Loud enough to wake them up, or
How much psychic damage do I take?
I'm wondering what the DC is going to be to see if you guys wake up or not.
Uh,
Like, is it a loud knock or soft knock?
just a soft knock, I guess.
Yeah, soft knock. They pass out drunk. Nothing happens. They are face down in alcohol right now. As you know, you then probably head downstairs. Shortly after you, Gray probably wakes up as you head downstairs as well.
Good morning, Ileana.
Good morning,
Great.
Gray. Nice to meet you. You sleep well?
Yeah, it was a bit noisy. Oh, you said you'd only been here shortly, hadn't you?
Oh yes.
This is why I prefer staying outside in the cities. It's so noisy here.
Relatively quiet sometimes. Except for last night, it got a little bit noisy, but could have been worse.
He shrugs. And I guess orders a tea with some breakfast.
Yes, you guys end up getting breakfast. By this point, Elliot, you probably are coming back from the forest with the cub.
Oh, it's one time in the forest.
God, I hate this story already.
Anyway,
So yeah, Elliot, you open the door as you're holding in probably one arm this baby bear cub. And you see Ileana sitting with a halfling that you don't recognize.
howdy. Who's that there?
Hi, Elliot. You have a bear? This is Gray. I think she's Asuka's friend. They came in together last
Her
night.
name's Gru.
Gray.
Say what now?
Gray, like the color.
Bro.
Gray.
Gray. Oh, Gray.
Gray.
Oh, hi.
Gray. Yeah.
Hi. Yeah, and I also got this bear cub. I mean,
Why do
I
you
went
have a
out.
bear cub? Didn't it
Excuse
be
me?
its mother?
No. I mean, I was walking in the woods trying to clear my mind and stuff, like I told Ileana here yesterday, and like I came across like this corpse of a bigger bear, and I was wondering, well, what could have killed it? And then I heard whining and stuff, and found this little bud. I named him Bubble Bear. Just saying. So that happened, and well, he was alone, and I assumed that was his mother or father or whatnot. I don't know. And well, we bonded over like the whole entire night, trying to calm him down and stuff. So he kind of followed me, and I just decided to, protect him from the guards and stuff, and just pick him up and bring him over here. And I walk over and go sit down next to him.
Well, that's sad.
It certainly is. I mean, I'm all for hunting and stuff, but like, a bear is a majestic creature and all, and even like greenbacks, if they attack us, we will kill them and all. But you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm glad you weren't attacked by a bear.
Oh yeah, I wasn't attacked or anything. I just found this little pup right here. His name is Bubble Bear.
Bubba Bear.
Bubble Bear.
Why Bubba Bear?
Because like, I had a friend. His name was Bubba. And he was like big and strong, and like, fit as a hog. Except they called him Hog instead of Bubba, which is weird. So I just named him Bubba Bear after him because he reminded me of him, kind of. Just a little, smaller in size. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, that makes perfect sense. And
I know it totally does.
Can I feed the bear some of my breakfast and check it, make sure it's still it's okay and it's not hurt at all?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
The moment when there's a druid.
So yeah,
I'd say an
That's-
animal handling check.
Innate.
You
worst
believe
druid.
this poor bear is suffering from ileitis. You're not even sure what that is. However, it's been corrupted by this poor druid. A ranger,
I
sorry.
immediately cast healing word on it to make.
Yeah, so yeah, mark the spell slot.
Oh no.
You know that the healing doesn't do anything to it because it was fine now. But you can go and try and play it off like you helped it.
Like, yes, she'll be talking softly to it, and as it.
All right, so you're trying to convince the others that you're helping this thing.
Yes.
Okay, give me a deception roll.
Oh shit.
Is
Only I
that
can
really
magic?
change
deception if
this.
I believe it?
No, there's no advantage. On 11, I need insights from Elliot and Crystal.
Oh please.
I have a +4 in insight.
That doesn't mean
23.
you both realize quickly. She probably thought something was wrong with this cub, and then is trying to convince you that she did the right thing. She didn't hurt it, you know that. She's just trying to convince you that she really helped it out. That she's
It was
useful.
the halfling was a girl, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, lady. Why are you trying to feed my bear? I already
I was
fed it this
hurt.
morning. It wasn't hurt. I see right through
Was.
you, and I don't know what type of person you are and stuff. I don't know if you're trying to, get all up in this bear. And
I don't
you know what I'm saying?
know what you mean.
Oh, right. Yeah. Like I leaned down and like whispered to Bubba Bear. It's like she don't know what she means. You hear that?
I don't know what you mean.
She's one of those crazy folk.
She's one of them tree huggers, ain't she?
So as all this is happening, the bartender, named Bartender, at this point, looks over you and just puts a paper down in front of you, Leon, and says, "Well, you got a day's worth of work." As Elliot, as you look around, the tavern is in ruins. There are broken tables and quite a number of things in disrepair right now.
Ileana?
Ileana will smile and say, "I do. Thank you."
Ileana,
Bloody breakdown.
are
Yeah.
you okay? Was there a bar fight yesterday? Did you get into a bar fight? I'm curious.
Oh no, I didn't get into a bar fight.
Just saying, I ain't paying for this. I ain't helping because I was out in there in the forest.
Oh no, I'll take care of it. Don't worry.
Okay, but I mean like, y'all ain't hurt, right? And you two grew, right? That's your name, right?
Great.
Gray. Oh, Gray. Yeah. Sorry about names. Anyways,
The bartender then looks down to Greg and goes, "You came in with the other one. You're responsible for this as well."
And she goes to say like and then she's like, okay.
So
Hey.
they
Just
start
like sex
walking
cities.
around and picking up and do you open the paper?
I do.
How much gold do you have?
oh shit.
Currently,
Currently, yes. On your sheet.
I have 260.
All right. So you're gonna pay the fees by yourself?
What's the paper
Sure.
say?
The paper is a bill for 200 gold pieces in damages so they can buy new tables and chairs.
Ileana, if you weren't not in the bar fight and
Okay.
all, why are you paying for it?
Oh, it was. I think Clay and Aska accidentally tripped and fell down the stairs.
Ellie, give me a perception check.
Okay. 11.
An 11. As you're looking around and serving the damage, you don't see the drop of wine that seeps through the wood and hits you in the forehead. As you look up and there's a large wine stain on the ceiling, like just huge. It's soaked through some of the wood and coming through the cracks.
Do I notice like it's wine or do I think it's pee?
You notice it's wine coloring.
Oh no, it would
Okay.
be red.
Yeah, it's a deep red, and you know it's not blood.
Oh, I was gonna
Well,
say.
I
It
could-
smells
couldn't think 'cause
alcoholic.
I was-
by the way.
I straight
Okay.
up would have been like being half orc. I've been eating like raw bear, like just chowing down on a little bit of raw bear, and you do not pair raw bear with like white wine. That's god damn it.
Raw bears.
Who's? I look to the bartender and say, "Hey, bartender, you got a leak, I think."
He sighs heavily and says, "I know."
Ileana will look up.
I'll scoot
And
over so it
wince.
doesn't hit me in the face.
So, Clay and Aska, each roll me a Constitution save.
No, come back
So-
to me later,
Come
please.
back to you later. Are you
No,
playing
not
Dude
now.
Mankind right now?
No, I'm just hungover as fuck. Leave Clay alone.
No,
Please.
I need a Constitution
Don't make
save.
him roll.
No, I need a Constitution save.
I thought you said death saving throw.
No, not death saving throw.
That was one heavy night.
I mean, it could have gotten there, but no.
Asuka rolled an 11.
We're seeing which of you wakes up first.
Give me a sec. A con save, yeah.
Mhm.
He should be good at this.
You'd think.
What is your con, a 1?
20.
All
Clay
right,
feels
Clay.
pretty good.
Clay wakes up first. Roll me a D100.
Oh shit!
A D100.
Just a flat D100. You're looking for low.
Keep rolling athletics.
His potato is fighting him. Leave him alone.
Oh,
You are still
That is not
87.
low.
You are still 87% drunk. You are looking for low. However, you
Yep.
wake up first, as you feel something on you that's furry, as she did fall asleep on top of you.
Cool. Clay like pulls her in close because cuddles, and he like 7 feet.
Yeah, you realize there's a humanoid looking fox
Oh
person.
god. No, I don't. I'm 87% drunk, Seb. What I realise is this fucking blanket does not cover my feet, and I am cold. And I like try and reposition this blanket desperately, and that doesn't work. So Clay is just gonna like roll it off, roll onto his side to look at it, like, examine why this giant bear pelt that he's got himself isn't comfortable, and see like a fox, and just be like. First thing, like he's not gonna like freak out or anything because he's just like, okay, it's a fox. He'll like, he's not quite sure. He doesn't look like it's been gutted or anything, so he's gonna like put a hand to its mouth to see if it's still breathing.
It's
'Cause
still
he's like,
breathing.
What? This is not a pelt. Okay. Clay is now a confused man.
It's a fox wearing gear similar to Asuka's.
Of course it does. It's probably got more than 3 tails right now.
In your mind, it probably has a lot of tails.
Yeah, it's 9 tails. It's straight up. GG, you did it. So Clay's like, look here, and he's gonna like reach out, grab all of the tails like as gently as he can, and try and like. I'm really sorry about this, but Clay's gonna like try and lift this thing up and just be like, what the fuck is this? And why is it in my room? Because Clay also doesn't know that he's not in his room.
So as he lifts you up by the tails, that's when you wake up. Roll me a D100, Beth. You're only 35% drunk. As you are lifted by the tails, and you see Clay, and you realize, oh shit, you're in fox form. And for some reason I have you muted, so hold on a second. Because you were having background noise earlier. So, yeah, you were
Ah.
lifted up. Sorry, you weren't being hurried.
But yeah, being 35% drunk, I
Yes.
probably don't realise I'm in fox form straight away, and I kind of like lash out at mine. I was like, "Hey, what the fuck are you, fuck?" as she realizes she's in fox form, and she's like, Clay, put me down. And there is a humanoid fox talking to you in common.
Who the fuck are you? Did we... You looked very different last night. I'm not... No, you're not the girl I was talking to in the bar.
No, Elliot scared her off.
Okay. But Elliot didn't scare you off, which is surprising considering I thought of all of us he'd probably be the one to get with an animal. Apparently I was wrong.
Oh, No. I'm Aska.
Oh, I have a friend named Aska.
No, I am your friend Aska. And
I have two friends named Aska now. Brilliant!
as she says this, her form kind of shimmers again, and as she falls to the floor as her tails disappear, she kind of is in Aska normal human form as she hits the floor.
Wait,
Clay,
I have a question on your ability. Does it say long rest, or does it say
Nope.
daily? Okay.
If it's dispelled by magic through an anti-magic field or dispel magic, it's long rest. But if you take it off, there isn't a limit on how often you can switch. It's only if it's dispelled through magic.
Okay.
Thought it was due.
So Clay like looks at you and it's just like, right, like he's still struggling. He's still very drunk, and he's just like, huh. That's actually pretty good, and it's exactly what she looks like.
No, it's me. I am Aska.
And
You're very drunk.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure actually you poisoned me.
No, you poisoned yourself with copious amounts of alcohol.
I don't remember that.
Exactly.
It's your word against mine. Fuck you.
I don't know why I was a fox, but I do. I'm not a human. Like I look.
Wait,
I
hold on. So you don't know why you were a fox, but you know
No.
you're not human.
No, I know why I wasn't I know why I'm a fox, because I'm a kitsune and we are foxes, but I don't know why I look like a fox, because I usually stay in human form. And I don't really recall what happened last night.
Well, I hurt like hell, and I have some pretty wicked claw marks, so I'm guessing you were pretty good.
I doubt that happened, she says as she kind of looks up, cranes
Clay-
her neck
Clay,
up
like-
to look at your face.
Clay like opens his chest. He has like bloody scars on his chest, like that, like wounds that have like congealed, but they are still like wounds, like gashes down his chest, and he's got a bite mark in his shoulder, which is clearly like far too big to be your jaw. It's an entire bear jaw, but at the same time, like Clay is adamant that you did this to him, and he's okay with that. You know, well done, GG.
That wasn't me.
Jeez. Wait. Hold on a minute. So, did you do the whole more than one of you thing?
No.
Just so you know, in future, I'm okay with that. And then Clay just rolls over. He's just like, I need to die now.
No.
Just roll over.
No dying. You're not allowed to die. Because you might have to, because you know my secret, but no dying.
Clay rolls back over, looks you up and down, like he gives you a really stern look, and he just Yeah, we'll do. He just rolls back over.
I kick him in the butt.
Clay doesn't know. He's unaware.
So does Asuka
We
head
should-
back down, or because I think
Yeah,
Clay's
I-
going back to sleep. I think Clay's
It's like
just done.
we should. I kind of try and get him awake, and I was like, we should go downstairs, and you need to come eat and sober up.
I will do.
Now,
If you can carry me, I'll agree to it.
can I try and drag him down the stairs?
You can make a strength check.
Clay is just going to deliberately make himself a dead weight.
Right,
I
the
already
only
knew
way
that.
I'm going to be able to do this is nat 15.
A 14 because you have disadvantage with one stage of exhaustion. You pull him off the chair. Clay, as you made yourself dead weight, which means you don't have a reaction, your head smashes into the ground.
Clay is unconscious.
Yep,
Clay is no longer attempting to be a dead weight.
he
Clay
is
a
dead weight.
I kick him
Oh,
again.
dear.
Wake up.
Nope, not a chance.
You just head downstairs, defeated.
Yeah, she's going to double check she's in human form and head downstairs.
Yeah, she double checks. She is.
She heads downstairs.
All right, so you see Ileana and the Gray cleaning while Elliot just watches them playing with a bear.
Little bear, my little bear, bubble bear, bubble bear, bubble bear, bubble.
Asuka reaches the bottom of the stairs and she's just like, why does Elliot have a bear? And why is this place a mess? And who's the ginger halfling?
She's carrying Clay down, right?
No,
No, I
no,
got as far as knocking him unconscious. and
Okay.
then left him
So she just came
upstairs.
down by herself.
Yes.
Yes.
Ileana will stop working and go over to Asuka for a second and say, "That's great. You guys came in together last night. Elliot
Okay.
Elliot has the little bear he found in the woods, and where's Clay?"
He's unconscious on my bedroom floor.
My head immediately kicks
She
up.
says that quietly
Right.
enough for Elliot not to hear.
Can I?
Okay, I need a sleight of hand roll because it's not necessarily stealth because you're not hiding your body. It's more you're trying to deceive in action. And I need a perception from Elliot.
20.
Perception, Elliot. 19. Again.
22.
Six.
Get wrecked.
Yeah,
Boom.
either way. You hear it, Elliot. I'm sorry, Beth.
I say
I'm
what?
sorry, Beth. I'm not sorry for Asuka. I'm sorry, Beth.
Ileana
so-
will nod and say, okay.
Wait, did I hear that?
Um,
Big Brother Bear was on your bed?
No,
Yeah, they
No,
had
I'm
a
pretty
lot
sure I
of
heard
wine
it.
to
What is he doing up there?
They
he's
had a lot of wine
unconscious.
to drink by the side by the
Oh, it was that
wine
kind of night.
droplets. I don't
Lots
know.
of wine.
Why'd you guys
Yeah.
drink wine? Was it romantic and stuff? Did you guys have candles? Come on, tell me. Give me the juicy details.
I sit in front of Elliot and she crosses her legs on the chair and she leans on the table and she's just like, I will hurt you. Don't.
The same way that you hurt
stop.
Brother Bear last night. Ho ho, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yes,
just kidding. Don't do that.
exactly the
That's
same
kinda
way I hurt Brother Bear last night.
Oh. I was,
I
I
will
was,
repeatedly
Uncomfortable,
hit
Elliot
your
is
head.
uncomfortable.
I was just
I will
kidding.
repeatedly hit your head off the
I
floor
don't- I
until
mean,
you stop
hold on,
talking.
hold on. I was kidding and all. I really don't care what y'all do, but if you guys are in that type of relationship, you know, I mean, I could stop throwing acorns and like you guys can go about your business, and I'll just like stand far away so I don't smell you guys or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Smell us?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Are you insinuating that I smell?
Does she smell?
She does have a
Probably
very
right now.
strong
yes.
smell of wine. Stale wine.
I cover,
some food. There's still probably some food in her hair right now. There's still chunks of wood.
Uh,
And she would, if Clay was had a strong scent, she would reek of clay because she slept on clay.
Okay.
if
Um,
Clay, she said that Clay was unconscious, so I'm gonna go up and see if I can get him awake. Check to see if he's okay.
Oh, Ileana, I'm so sorry.
Asuka pulls a thing of a packet of acorns out of her bag.
Before she does, she feels a hand on her shoulder.
She turns around a little
Uh-oh.
bit. She turns around slowly.
She sees the bartender.
Yeah, she shrinks a little, knowing she's
And
about
he-
to get told off.
He hands her
And I
a
just
piece of
hand
paper.
him my point. I just hand him my coin purse.
How much do you have in your coin purse?
I have 364 gold in my coin purse.
He gives you back 2.
2.
Oh, the wine bottles also.
You were all the wine bottles, and then the damage to your room, and the stain in the floor.
Bubba Bear and Elliot are like.
She head table. Ouch. And she just hands him the coin purse back. It's like, you deserve it.
He still gives you the 4. He's like, no, you should have something. He goes, so can I get you breakfast then? He takes the other 4 gold and gets you breakfast.
Yeah.
So I take it you had a rough night, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet it was rough. I'm kidding. Don't hurt me. I'm going to play with Bubba Bear. Okay, goodbye.
So,
She just stares at him until he leaves.
so Ellie, you're going outside
and
with the
cries
bear?
silently to
Oh
herself.
no, I'm moving away from her. Moving a couple of chairs down.
Okay. So Ileana walks upstairs as you left your door open, didn't you? Since you're the one with the key and Clay doesn't.
Yeah.
So you see Clay head down unconscious in a large bottle of wine. There are broken bottles everywhere. There's the table's broken. Like it's a mess.
Oh dear.
Clay essentially looks like a bird of prey that has made a nest. He's just like the debris is focused around him.
Yeah, I'll go with that. I like it, Josh.
Bird of prey.
I will go and check on Clay.
He's conscious. I mean, he's
Clay.
a little beat up. Not conscious, unconscious. Sorry. I mean, he's got some wounds on him that you saw from last night. But other than that, he seems. I mean, he reeks of booze, but he seems fine.
I'll take if there's a pillow on the bed, I'll take it and put it under his head if I can't wake him up. Then.
Yeah, he's out.
Okay. And if he looks okay, then I'll start cleaning up.
Okay. Starts cleaning up Asuka's room now. Actually, are you gonna check on the merchant there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go over to the merchant there. Give me an investigation.
Okay.
Yeah. You notice the door's immediately unlocked. You creak the door open. There's nothing in the room. He's gone. He fucking bounced last night after everything.
Oh dear. Ileana will sigh. Huh.
For once, it's not Elliot's fault.
For once, yes.
You assume I'm not going to blame you for this.
You assume I'm not gonna interrogate you about the bear pelt.
So a few hours go by as everyone's picking up. Clay, you eventually do wake up.
Do I count as actually having slept now?
No, you're still exhausted.
Okay. Clay.
Morning.
Yeah, you look as Ileana's picking the room up. That's when you wake up.
Like, he rolls over and he's just like, I thought I gave you a room. Why are you in my room?
You know this is... Yeah, Asuka, you do know.
This is Asuka's room.
Next question. Why am I in Aska's room?
Do it.
From the sounds of it last night, you guys decided to go on a drunken mission for more wine to drink.
I have a feeling either we were dramatically successful or horrendously unsuccessful.
Well, you ended up getting wine, and the bartender ended up bringing wine to the room for you guys to drink. So I guess
Oh
it
god,
depends.
is he okay?
The bartender, he's fine.
Why are you tidying the room?
Cause I'm paying for the damages, and part of it is cleaning up the room.
Hold on.
The
What
bar
damages?
and-
The bar? I broke the
Yeah.
bar?
Yeah, just a bit. Couple tables, chairs, that
Oh.
kind of thing.
As you look around, there's like a whole case of wine bottles that are shattered. You're getting your bearings as you're looking down. There's what seems to be many bottles of wine that have just been sunken into the floorboards, and you can tell they're just drenched if you push down on them. Like wine comes out and seeps out.
Like Clay is simultaneously upset because that's good wine that's been wasted.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, just the sight of it is enough to, like, summon, like, hell for Clay. He's just like, oh god, that was an interesting night.
Give me an
I
intelligence check.
agree.
Just from Clay.
An intelligence check.
You definitely remember the conversation you just had with Ms. Asuka.
I don't necessarily believe 100% that it
No,
was-
you don't believe it
it
100%, but
Yeah.
you remember the conversation vividly.
Like, I also remember some very, very, like, uncomfortable dreams.
I'm sure you do.
So Clay will like stand up, like he puts a hand on the back of a chair to pull himself up. The chair just breaks. And he's just like, ugh. And he like pulls himself up, and it's just right. I need. Where's my? Like rummages around. He's gonna find some of the bear meat and just be like, oh thank God. And just start like getting some food in him.
Okay, yeah, so you start getting some food in you.
Has a little bear downstairs with him, just so you're aware.
He has a what?
A bear cub. Calls it Bubba Bear.
Clay in his head is just like, there is no way the gods are that unkind.
Clay remembers the entire bear situation vividly too. He had
Oh
really
yeah,
good
no,
intelligence
absolutely,
check.
yeah, like he was straight sober for that, and like he's quite proud of it still, like, which probably will be a source of contention. So Clay will just be like, okay, and and then like he realizes he's literally like got a mouthful of bear meat, and like blood dripping down his chin, and he's like, this is going to be an interesting morning. And Clay is going
agree.
to like, he's going to just
The
bundle
merchant's
all
gone
his...
too.
The what? The merchant left.
Yep, Eric's gone. The room's cleaned out.
Do we know why?
If I had to wager a guess, I would imagine he was a little freaked out by everything. But he could have been kidnapped.
Clay looks Ileana dead in the eye. It's just like, you're just trying to say that to cheer me up.
it work?
Clay like simultaneously chuckles and sobs, finishes his meal and is like, we should probably go downstairs and see how bad it is.
Ileana will give him a one-armed hug. It'll be okay.
I like gently squeeze Liana in return, and I'm like, Clay will come uneasily downstairs. He's gonna grab his weapons before he does.
Yeah. So as they make their way down, as you know, the tavern is back in, the bill's been paid. It's like late in the afternoon by the time that you guys are all done with your day. What do you guys want to do?
Ask as Clay walks downstairs. Aska's asleep at the bar,
Yeah.
like a half-eaten meal sat next to her.
Bubba Bear will go over there and eat it.
So
Clay like
eats the meal.
sort of almost flinches away from the bear.
Her empty coin purse is sat next to the plate of food.
So
Ileana will go over and she'll put 10 gold back in Asuka's purse.
I ask Ileana like, what was the bill?
Well, from what I looked at, it was 200 gold. I don't know if there was more. But that's what the bar.
200.
Mm-hmm. That's what was on this piece of paper that the bartender gave me.
You would also notice a similar piece of paper I'm going to ask if you were looking for that.
Oh, I look over on it. Oh,
There's
I
another
think it was
300
more.
there.
So 500 then.
I look to the bartender and I'm like, how bad was it?
You look around, like, they've cleaned up the damage. They haven't fixed anything. There's half the tables are gone. The bar is broken in half.
I think
There's-
it's more like he's asking to see how like the bartender reacts apart from anything else.
He shakes his head and said, "It will be a story. I'll give you that."
Sev, it would have been 360, not 300.
360. There you go.
Clay looks like the man dead in the eye and is just like, as long as you tell the story quietly, that's fine.
He actually laughs, remembering the thing, and just nods.
Nobody was hurt, were they?
He looks and goes, "Not that I heard of."
The merchant that we came here with, he checked
yeah.
out.
Is he up yet? We've been waiting here down here all night, or well, most afternoon.
He actually passed you on the stairs.
Oh,
You
he did?
were too drunk to notice. That's
Oh.
what the bartender tells Clay bluntly.
He said where he was going, why he was checking out, or can
'Cause
I
he
just
did-
put two and two together?
He didn't want to pay for all of this.
That's a fair point. How much do I owe you?
The bills have all been paid.
How much do I owe them?
He tells you what the total amount was, and told you who paid it.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll be leaving today. Oh, maybe tomorrow.
He nods. He looks out like at the sun already past the noon. He's like, "That might be a smart idea."
I like internally cries and just like, oh god. I need to talk to my friend. I'm not really sure informing you of this. And then like he'll try and wake Asker. He's just like, I need to talk to my friend if that's okay. Why am
Where's
I
your
asking
next
for your
trick?
permission?
He actually pours a cup of coffee for himself and like puts it in front of her nose, waking her up, and then sips the cup of coffee.
Clay,
Her ears twitch, and she just kind of her hand. Do you know when dogs get scratched and their feet
Yeah.
go? Yeah, her hand just kind of does that against her ear as it twitches, and then her eyes open, and she looks around
Clay,
and sees
like,
Clay.
Clay is just transfixed by the cup that the bartender has.
He's had drunk people in his bar before. He knows how to wake them up.
Clay's just gonna like look him dead in the eye, apologize, and then like make a swipe for the coffee.
Hold on one second.
Ileana will hold out the however much the gold costs for the coffee for him.
Stop paying for everything. This is my fault.
Ileana, you shouldn't be paying for, stuff that...
This is. Yeah, I was gonna say this is like straight up my fault.
Yeah, hey, Bubba Bear, come here. He walks over to me. I pick him up and just like start playing with his hands. So,
Well,
my night wasn't
we're all in
also
this
bad.
together.
Clay like looks to you and is just like, what's the story with the bear?
Me?
Well, unless anyone else is sat here with a bear.
Well, I
Then
mean,
Clay like pauses and genuinely checks.
like last night and stuff, like after, you punched me in the throat and I left and stuff, after talking to Ileana for just like a smidge of a moment and stuff, I went to the woods to try to clear my mind and think about stuff, and then, like, I came across this corpse of a bear, a bigger bear, and I was like, oh, wonder what happened here, and then I heard some whining, and I was like very confused and stuff, and I was like, whatever the hell killed this bear was, very... What is that? Y'all hear that?
Sounded like a bear.
Oh, I know, right? Oh, wait, I have a bear. Anyways, the whole point is like, this little cub right here was like whining and crying and stuff, and I think that was his mother, and well, I sat with him all night trying to cheer him up and feed him and stuff and just keep him company, and then I guess he took a liking to me, so now he's following me around, and I named him Bubba Bear.
What? Hold on, you're telling me this is a permanent thing?
Apparently so. I mean, he's following me around. You're like, I already taught him a trick. Check this out. And I put him on the floor and I say, hey, Bubba Bear, air guitar. And I pull out my bow and start like air guitaring, whatever the hell that is, or air looting. And then the bear starts doing the same thing. It's like, yeah, go Greenbacks.
Clay just stares at you.
Huh.
Behind there.
Gray probably doesn't quite know what to make of all of this, especially the air guitaring bears. Now, and she's probably giving you like a glare, I guess, for teaching the bear tricks when it should be out hunting and learning to look after itself.
As you're having this conversation with Elliot, Asker hops down a stool just a little bit further away from Clay on a 19 stealth. So
Yeah, this is Bubba Bear. He's my new little bud.
Okay, so
Are you wearing
Yeah.
the pelt, by the way? By any chance? Clay?
No. Clay has like bundled up the stuff that he was carrying, and like all the skin stuff, and like put it back in his room, bundled up in the pelt.
Okay, and then I guess Elliot's gonna, put his hands on his hips and just look at you, like, square in the eye and, like, kind of, like, narrow his eye for a second. He's like, Clay, what'd you do last night?
you will be able to see because Clay is
Microphone
like not.
activated.
His clothes don't cover his like new scars, so he's just like I'm not sure. Apparently, I got very drunk.
I know.
Very
There's apparently something else that might have happened. You know what I'm saying? Because like after I went to the forest and all, you won't believe what I heard. And well, Asuka said that she or you were knocked out on her bed or something. So I'm like very curious about that.
Okay. Good to know.
I'm just saying, is that a bite mark? Is she that rough? And I lift up my hand for a high five, like shaking my head up and down with a smile, like.
Clay is just so unsure as to what to do or say.
Asuka tries to go over another stool and falls off.
Yep.
You okay, Asuka?
Clay looks over to her, like, looks back at
He just
looks back at you, and it's just like
He's just smiling blankly at you.
Clay looks at you, looks back to Asuka, and very dryly says, "Oh yeah, she's something else."
Growth control crazy.
He's holding his hand up.
Clay just he just grabs your hand in his palm and lowers your arm.
Oh, okay. Come here, Papa Bear. Come here. High five. Yeah.
Asuka turns to Clay and she's like, we should talk.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Somewhere where there are less people.
Clay looks expectantly at everyone else in the bar. This is his fucking bar, you can all piss off. Clay was here first. All of that makes sense, none of it contradicts itself in any way.
She's just like, let's go for a walk, Clay. I think the fresh air would do us both some good. And she walks out of the tavern and waits to see if Clay's following her.
Clay is going to down like a scalding hot cup of coffee. Turns to the rest of the group and just says, if only one of us comes back, well, at least we'll always have the shit. What is even the name of this tavern?
The Young Foxing.
He bursts out laughing. He laughs harder than any. He's just like, "You're shitting me."
Bartender looks
No.
over to you and goes, "No, that's the name of this place." He points to like the crest above the bar.
See?
How big is the crest?
It's probably like 2.5 feet across by like probably like 4. It's like almost like a shield that they had made.
Is
like,
it like quite clearly ornate, or is it
Oh,
just
yeah,
painted
it's-
on a bit of wood?
It's ornate.
Okay. Oh well, in which case, like Clay, like laughing, like walks outside. He just cannot contain his laughter. He's gonna get outside. Is there a sign outside
Yes.
that says
Yes. Again with the same like crest.
Clay is going to unhook the sign and follow Asuka?
Yes.
Okay.
And Asuka starts walking off towards the X.
Did we see him do that?
Give me a stealth roll, Clay. Actually, give me
Nope.
a sleight of hand. No, you're doing it intentionally?
I want
Okay.
to let this
I
happen.
couldn't give a shit.
Okay,
I
go.
want to stop.
And you start walking off. What's your passive perception?
Me?
Yeah.
Like 14, I think. 15.
It will say so at the bottom on the character sheet below your.
There's someone walking behind you in armor, shaking his head. He's not running or anything. He's just like, he's not going far with the sign. He's there to bring it
13.
back. Yeah, you notice that someone's following him.
Clay's just like, oh, hold on, I'll bring it back. Like, I left all my stuff back there anyway. It's worth more than the sign is.
He begrudgingly looks to you and okay, nods his head, but
Just
you know
like,
makes
trust me.
mental note of who you are and then walks into the bar.
Clay just looks at the guy and he's just like, trust me, it'll be banter. And then he just walks off.
Okay, so you follow Asuka.
What, Aska, where are we going?
We're going to the docks where Asuka was last night when she met Gray.
How sweet.
Yeah.
So many stories.
Do you want me to bring a bottle of wine to make it more romantic?
No. She
Alright.
will probably puke all over you.
So
if you do
you guys make, you know, it's like a 10-15 minute walk across town down to the docks. Asuka, immediately you realize there's a lot more people here than in the daytime than there are in the middle of the night.
that. Yeah.
Like
I
a
figured there would
lot
be.
more people. There's probably
Is
about
there a-
15 sort of like fishing boats from the lake. There is a number of merchants trying to kind of sell fresh fish that they caught in the day. Remember, you're in the afternoon portion of the day.
Yeah.
There's a couple. You would give me just give me a straight intelligence roll, not a disadvantage, just a straight intelligence. You notice that there's a couple what seem to be like transport ships for people, like ferries, rather than just cargo or anything else. There seems to be 2 that are currently docked in.
Can I see what they're called or anything?
From where you are, unless you're trying to walk into the large group of people with him carrying a sign behind you, which you probably noticed because he didn't try and hide it.
Yeah.
No, but if you'd like to walk in, then I will get you some ship names.
No,
Clay-
I'm alright.
Clay has a shit-eating grin on his face.
I
I
don't think Josh has a shit grin on his face too.
Yeah.
wanna try find somewhere slightly quieter, kind of still around
Yeah,
the docks
you can kind
area.
of find at one end of the docks. There's a small kind of like warehouse, what seems to be like a warehouse. Only 2 front windows, none on the sides. Some trees on the outside. Seems empty. There's one guard sitting out front. He's half asleep as he's like leaning up against the docks. But you realize if you go around like the back of there, it's probably pretty quiet, pretty secluded from what you would gauge.
Yeah, we'll go around there.
Okay.
And Asuka's just gonna sit down and wait for it to start.
Clay just looks at you, laughs like one sharp, bitter bit of laughter, and then chucks the sign down in front of you.
Yes?
Would you like me to draw you a map?
So you remember then?
I've had some weird dreams in my time. But I know that wasn't one of them.
You can't tell anyone. You know that, right?
I don't actually think that's your choice.
I'm asking you as a friend, please. She looks absolutely terrified.
Clay is having fun, but at the same time he realizes maybe he hasn't quite understood how serious this is. And he hasn't tried to either. But maybe this is actually worse than just a bit of because Clay's basically trying to get his own back for the fact that you tried to blind him over this. Clay says, so this is why you tried to blind me?
I didn't try to blind you. It may have been a side effect, but it's not what my intention was.
Oh, your intention was to what?
Hurt you.
Well, congratulations. If you were any good, you might have actually done that.
And I'm sorry, but please don't tell anyone.
Well, first of all, let's just understand the situation. You're not human.
No.
To be fair, neither of you.
Yeah, no, but like.
Yeah,
she's-
but Asuka
she's
looks human.
pretended to
He
be
doesn't.
human.
No, I know. Just
So, what exactly are you? You said a cat, sir.
Kitsune.
A what?
I'm a kitsune. I'm a humanoid fox to all intents and purposes. And I come from the Feywild.
it would probably be fair, your upbringing, your elven heritage, that you would know rumors of the Feywild and legends growing up.
I sort of like look at you up and down, and I'm just like, the Feywild.
She nods.
You know that sounds like horse shit, right? I've never.
How many
even heard of a
humans do you
kid
know that? How many humans do you know that can turn into foxes?
You seem to overestimate how many people I actually know.
She shakes her head. Probably.
How many friends do you actually think I have?
About as many as I do.
Well, that means that I guess we're both endangered species then.
I'm pretty sure we both are.
Kite glares at you. You weren't supposed to take it literally. So what does this mean exactly?
I don't know. Because if you can't keep the secret, I can't travel with you.
Right. You threatened to kill me.
Threaten to hurt you.
No, you threatened to kill me.
I did,
You,
didn't
you
I?
straight up threatened to kill me last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah,
This morning.
What you identify as morning and what Clay identifies as morning are two separate things at this stage.
My kind aren't exactly welcomed here by most people.
Oh, that must be terrible for you.
It's why I know you understand.
You panicked and you tried to hurt me, tried to kill me. Well, threatened to kill me. Why such secrecy? Why hide?
Because if I don't, then people might try and kill me. I've been run out of towns and places before because people have found out, and I would rather live life as a human and fit in than.
Humans are shit.
I still get all the tricks though of being a kitsune while I look like a human.
Well, that's just not fair. That sounds OP as fuck.
It's fairly balanced, to be honest.
After I retweaked it, it was.
I may need a second opinion on that, but seeing as I can't get one,
If you can keep this secret, we finish this conversation and we go back to the tavern. If not, you go back on your own.
while you do what exactly?
Sneak onto one of those transport ships and go wherever it takes me.
Which one do you like the look of? What kind of transport ships are those?
There's just two like barges. They look fairly similar. Just in terms of ferries, they're nothing crazy. Like, I mean, remember, it's not over like ocean. It's a landlocked lake.
What kind of crew?
Very small minimalists. There's a male. On one of them, there is a male captain. Seems to look human. Older gentleman, and then there is a younger halfling female captain on one.
Well, you apparently have a thing for young female halflings, so you know, I'd go for that one.
She asked me where to get a room. She didn't know the way.
No, she
I
didn't
took
know
her
your
there.
room was already taken.
By you, obviously.
Well, you know, you were such a gracious host. By the way, I kind of have a situation.
You do?
So I was attacked last night. Not by you. I mean, yes, I was attacked by you. Oh, and I'm pretty sure everyone thinks we're fucking, but more importantly,
That might be my fault.
I don't take it as an insult.
So, your situation?
Single. Oh, right. So
Chuckles.
so yeah, Clay's just like I went on a hunt last night. Well, no, I didn't. Okay, I went off pissed off as hell. I went off to kill something or get out of town so I didn't kill anyone, and I got attacked. By a bear.
Yes.
Read between the lines.
You were in the forest, you were on their territory, and they got protective.
Yes.
It's cub season, isn't it?
Congratulations.
Did you kill Baba Bear's mum?
I don't fucking know. I didn't check her. I didn't see if she had any papers on her.
So that's the situation.
Well, the situation is I might have eaten his new pet's mother.
Eaten?
Oh. So, you know that, meat we were eating last night?
Yeah.
Your foxiness doesn't give you any sort of affiliation to bears, does it?
No.
Oh, good. Then how did it taste?
First bit of raw meat I've had in years. Doesn't happen very often anymore.
Or not?
Because people will give you weird looks if they see a human sitting down and eating a big chunk of raw meat.
We should hang out more.
Less alcohol next time.
Oh, definitely. I may actually go sober.
I think I said that last time.
Yeah, so did I.
Can
Well,
you keep
it's
it
just-
secret?
Can I keep a secret? Fuck. I don't even see why it needs to be a secret, but fine.
Thank you, Clay.
Don't get all mushy on me, I'm far too hungover to pretend.
Pretend what? That you actually care?
No! He like turns to like walk away and says to pretend that I don't.
Don't forget the sign.
He bursts out laughing. He bursts out and he's just like, fucking hell. just starts walking off like wiping a tear.
Irony is a brilliant thing, isn't it?
Irony's a bitch. Clay leaves.
So as you guys make your way back, are you guys just both heading right back to the tavern?
Yeah.
Okay. That being said, you guys meet back up with everyone. You still have a plan to get to the human capital. However, your merchant ride is gone. What is your plan going forward?
Well,
Seeing they both make it back, I'm gonna say, glad you both made it back.
Yeah, she doesn't bite as hard when she's sober.
Elliot just grins.
Or maybe your throat pain threshold's just a lot lower when you're drunk.
If anyone wants to actually insight that, I will allow that. Which,
I don't want the inside. I want to prove it.
that's fine.
Ellie just doesn't want to know.
I don't really
I'm-
care.
I'm gonna go find the Ginga halfling.
The one that's sitting in the middle of the tavern? Sure, Huggles, you
Yeah.
still awake?
I'm probably sat at the bar negotiating for use of the doghouse instead of an actual room for the night.
Are you actually negotiating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I want
so
the doghouse
he,
for free.
He looks to the dog and says, if you can convince him, it's yours.
God damn it, I didn't learn to speak with animals today.
Animal handling. Since you don't speak with animals. It's going to be a disadvantage because you can't actually communicate with it to hear its demands.
Fine.
On a 16, it nods to you. You are sleeping in the doghouse tonight.
Yes.
What the hell? Bubba, you ain't sleeping in no doghouse. You're sleeping in my bed. Anyways, are we leaving tonight or what's going on? Because, like, you know, the merchant's gone and all.
I think Clay and I could do with a good night's sleep before we travel anywhere.
Again?
In my own bed.
Just in a bed.
Uh-huh. Anyways,
You two look pretty rough, but we still have to go to the human capital. I suppose we could walk unless there's another merchant caravan around. Would we see that? Or no?
Do we know where the merchant... Do we know where the human capital is?
You
Yes.
know it's still to the northeast.
somewhere on the road. Anyways, I turned to the barkeep. It's like, barkeep,
You were told
Thanks.
of 2 roads when you left. To remind
Could
you guys,
we
because it's been a
go
couple
via
weeks.
the lake?
You could go and ask where those ships go to.
I turned to the barkeep and asked, okay, so, what is in this town exactly? Like, is there transportation? Is there, like, you know, land transportation? I would rather prefer that because, you know, water makes me...
Water makes you what?
Let's just say it makes me queasy and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying?
He looks and goes, well, there is, you can buy a horse, or if there's carriages about. Carriages around here cost a pretty penny, especially going through the northern pass. Where are you trying to get to?
I look to the rest of the group and like raise an eyebrow. We're trying to go to the human kingdoms, right?
We are.
Okay. How much are horses, and if what? So how much is a carriage?
Carriages you'll have to negotiate, depending on the route. And if you're going to the human capital, at this point, they're going to be pretty expensive because you're either going to the Northern Pass, which is
Oh.
rifled with danger, through the
I'm
mountains.
a grade A negotiator, if you don't say so
Or you can
myself.
go through the free city in the south, but then you're traveling to the marshes. Because
What about
the ships,
transport ships on the lake?
the ships will go to any of the surrounding towns. They can drop you off at a certain location, or there is a dock which is considered in the human kingdoms.
Oh god. Guys, I don't like the water. And I pick up Bubba Bear and like wave his paws like he don't like the water either.
Seb, is the Free City Dust March that he's talking
Yep,
about?
that is the free city that a couple of you are from.
Well,
How much are horses, do you know?
To buy them, and
Yeah.
whatever they're in the book, I think like 10, 15 gold. Plus, then
I'll
you
have
have
a
to
look.
you have to feed them, stable them when you're in a town. They're great. They're a great purchase, especially early in the campaign. I actually make you take care of your horses.
Okay. Well, I look to the group and just shrug and say, well, what do you guys want to do?
I don't mind where we go.
Brother
I
Bear?
want to explore.
Clay looks at the rest of you and just says, well, I have sort of a deal with, I'm not really sure who I've made this deal with, but I'm trying to find that bastard on a horse.
I mean,
Black
the
Knight?
Black Knight.
That's the fucker.
Uh-huh.
I mean, okay, so we have two paths apparently. We can go up to the north through the pass or whatnot, whatever it says, or we can go down to, Duskmarsh. If we're there, we can probably hook up with my organization, the Greenbacks Hunting Organization.
Is that where they're based?
Oh yeah, they're over
You're
there.
telling me there's more of you.
Yeah, there's more of us. Well, not me specifically. I'm one of a kind. But the Greenbacks Hunting Organization is over there. It resides in the Dustmarsh.
Clay, you would also know because you wandered a bit and went to cities. You've probably been to Dustmarsh before, traveling around doing some work. You would know that they're probably the most accommodating to you, especially to the orcs as well. Because full orcs are allowed to be there. Like there's no sort of ill will in that place for them. You also know that Duskmarsh has its very shady districts. Go towards a bad location, you could walk out with not even you might not even walk out.
Clay nods. It's just like, it sounds like a plan to me.
Go to Dustmarsh.
That
You
sounds
know.
lovely. I'd love to
All
see
right,
home again.
we can go see home again. Yeah, you're from Dustmarsh too.
I am.
Oh, sweet. Anyways, like the Greenbacks are over there. We can probably hook up with them, see what they're doing, and all. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh.
Not really.
Go Greenbacks. I'm just saying.
And then we head on to the human capital.
Hey, what was your name again? Gru?
Gray.
Great.
Oh, great. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I'm trying my hardest. I do apologize. Why are you sleeping in a doghouse?
What the
Because I
hell?
don't have to pay for a room.
Hard.
Oh crap, how am I going to pay for a room?
I have gold. I mean,
I don't. Aska hasn't realised that she's had 10 gold put in her purse.
look inside my gold pouch. I have 262 gold. I also have a deer pelt that someone spit acid on.
The real question is, did you subtract the cost for your room last night? Because you still bought one, whether you slept in it or not.
We didn't buy it. It was the
Oh,
guy
yeah, the
who paid
merchant,
for
but
it.
yeah, for the first night, yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, never mind.
And I slept outside. I can sleep outside again.
Clay just like shrugs and it's just like, I should probably fork something out for all the damages I caused. So like he turns to Asker and it's just like, I'll sort out your room. A new room.
Yeah,
No,
we-
no.
So behind the bar, he goes, nope, same room. Same room. he's like, both of you, same rooms. I don't need more rooms being
I'll
destroyed.
find somewhere else to stay. It's okay.
Sure, I mean, up front right now, I can pay for it and all, but, like, later down the line, try not to make, fun of me during the greenbacks and all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Wink, wink. I got a black bear now.
Clay is gonna be like, yeah, Elliot, I kind of need to talk to you about something.
About what? And he picks up Bubble Bear, sits on a stool, and just looks at him. About who? That? Great? I don't
The
know
bear.
what she's sleeping in a doghouse for. Oh, the bear.
So,
I mean- I'm keeping it. You're not taking it away from me.
it's not the bear. Okay, how do I put this?
This is Bubble Bear. You be nice to him.
Elliot, shut up for 2 seconds. So, I was pretty hot-headed last night.
Yeah?
Like, you really pissed me off, so I'm not apologizing for hitting you, because you had it coming.
I have no
But-
idea what you're talking about.
What I'm trying to say is I had to go for a walk to clear my head.
Oh, I did the same thing. Don't worry.
Well, I may sort of owe you an apology.
Me an apology. What did I do?
So I was kind of attacked last night.
I know, you told me already. He looks at Asuka.
No, I was attacked by... He's like gonna like cover the bear's ears and just say, a bear.
The bear doesn't actually let you touch, like, it tries to bite your hands, Clay. It recognizes you.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot it saw.
Oh,
Like, hey, Bubble Bear, what do you... No, stop it. Stop it. What?
Right. Oh, he
You got
remembers.
attacked by who now?
I got attacked by this one's mother.
Oh. Well, did you, like, try to run away and all? Because, like, mother bears are very protective. And I got chased by one in the forest this one time. And,
Elliot,
yeah.
it's a bear. If you know anything about the forest, you know you don't outrun a bear. You can't outrun it uphill. You can't outrun it downhill. You can't outclimb it. You can't outmaneuver it. There is no escaping a bear when it's angry.
Oh,
Believe
you
me.
say that now, but you should have seen me, like, when I was running my ass off that one time when I was being chased by a bear.
Elliot.
Yeah.
Look at the size of the teeth marks in my shoulder blade. Look at the claw marks.
He leans in and just whispers, Asuka bites that hard?
I love Elliot. However, Clay's probably gonna kill him at some point.
It'll be worth it.
I'm glad it's worth it. I genuinely want you to enjoy this character for as long as you can.
Oh, don't worry. We'll be fine. Anyways, continue.
No. Clay walks away.
Wait, but what happened to the bear? I don't understand. What happened? What's going on? Guys, speak to me.
Ileana will get looked to Elliot, looked to Bubba Bear, back to Elliot. And Elliot,
Yeah?
I believe that when I'll lean in to whisper to him that when Clay was out in the forest and he came across the mother bear,
Uh-huh.
it was a fight, you know?
Oh. I cover Bubble Bear's ears, and I whisper back to her, that explains the corpse I found. I didn't know what killed it. I thought it was, a pack of wolves or something.
And I'm assuming that's where the injuries came from because he came back to the bar covered in blood and with the wounds. So,
I mean, could attacked us and all. There's either two things you gotta do is either nut up or shut up and fight it, or, run away. And that's what I did the first time I saw Bear. But, I mean, did he not see the cub?
probably not. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I would assume that he fought it.
There's one thing in the Force that I know and I recognize is survival of the fittest. And even though it was, I guess, what's the word? Destiny for him to come across this bear and probably kill it. It was almost destiny for me to come across its cub and raise it as its own, as my own. So that in the forest and what I realized and all that kind of stuff is probably something that is going to happen quite frequently now that it seems, but I'm not upset. Pretty sure Bubba Bear is upset. All I can do is, be there for this little bub.
Clay,
Okay.
has Clay overheard this?
I'm sure he's probably. I mean, I
yeah.
don't think you walked stormed off, and Elliot's not exactly a
Yeah,
sober
no.
person.
Like I haven't. Like Clay will sigh and walk back and just say like, "I'm a bit torn."
By what?
Well, in a situation like that, you understand the rules of the forest just as I do.
Well, of
You
course.
don't kill for no reason.
Just as Adam
So,
killed just for
I
hunting. Bye.
say, you saw what I did to the body. I've
Oh,
got
yeah.
the pelt. It's a good pelt. I've got teeth, the bones, everything. But if you're going to keep that little bear thing, cub, then well, I'm not exactly sure how he'll take to it.
Well, from trying to bite you and stuff, I know he's not going to take kindly to you specifically. So, I mean, I'll talk to him and train with him for a while. It seems, if he's going to be with me. But you're going to have to stay away from Bubba Bear. Because he tried to bite you already. I just don't want him to, when he grows up and stuff, just come back at you because he killed his mother. Or whatnot.
Listen, I've already killed one bear and I feel bad enough about it. I don't want to kill your actual pet.
Oh, he's not a pet, he's my pal. He's my bud.
Okay, Elliot.
Anyways, are we gonna stay here one more night, or are we gonna move out right now?
Oh, believe me, I'm not going anywhere tonight.
Okay.
Plus,
turn
we have
back-
a reputation of going to a tavern for one night and then staying for several episodes. So we have to have long amounts of dialogue and just pissing around first. I expect we'll probably ruin some subplot in the process. I turn to Sev, who sat at the bar with me. I'm like, is that? Am I on the right lines?
Breaking the fourth wall.
think you're on the right lines. So which direction? I mean, we're towards the end of the episode. primarily, again, another tavern-only episode, which is fine. There's a lot of character growth.
Get some paying for the rooms.
Yeah, you will pay for the rooms. So you guys will have to actually get your rest, sleep.
Yeah,
This way you're not
I'll pay
on-
for it.
This way, you're not on the road with, you know, I don't know, just
Very
exhaustion
badly exhausted.
to at level 3 would not be a good one. That being said, you guys are going by foot to Dust Marsh, the Free City.
I have gold still. We can probably end up going to
It's each riding horse is 75 gold pieces to purchase.
Holy shit! Never mind.
Yeah,
75 pieces each.
yeah, per horse.
I mean, I have
Beth
enough
looked it up.
money to get 3 horses.
That's the thing.
260.
You also then need to make money to be able to stable them and feed them every day.
I can go hunting.
I have 290 gold.
Before we end the session or whatever, can I chuck two acorns at Aska?
No.
There was no acorns thrown today.
There was there was acorns thrown today.
Oh
You
wait,
heard
yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
So, that being said, you guys are going to, are you buying horses or not? I just need to, so I can plan things out.
I can get 3 horses right now.
Clay will definitely get a horse.
So you're gonna have to buy 5 horses. That being said,
No, I will
No, no.
turn to Aska and say, do you mind riding with me?
Aska will unmute herself and say, "No, that's fine."
If that's the case, we only need 3 horses. We can have them 2 ride on each other.
4.
We can have the other 2 ride with each other, and then I can have Bubble Bear with me riding on top of 1 horse.
Grey won't buy a horse because she can be a horse.
for an
certain-
hour.
For an hour.
Oh, no, yeah. Good point.
3 horses.
Grey should buy a horse.
I can buy the 2 horses for each other, and then you could buy the one for you and her. You and Aska. That's what's gonna turn down to. Yeah or no?
Just trying to figure it out so we have it on.
Okay.
So what is the group's decision? Horses?
Honorable Seppuku.
Honorable Spooku. Understood. Honorable Spooku it is. Everyone roll new characters. That being said, so we'll end it here as you guys are going off to bed. And that is, let's see, I think it. So, I'm going to stop the stream. You get the horses in the morning, we'll RP that, and then you guys will head off towards the Free City. The long way around.